afternoon. I'm Eric Anderson with Adobe, and we're broadcasting live from the Summit Think Tank here on the show floor at Adobe Summit in Las Vegas. And I'm here today with Michael Paige, Senior Vice President of Digital Experiences at Epsilon. And Michael, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Michael, can you give us a 30-second overview of Epsilon?
I can. With Epsilon, data is at our heritage. It's our pedigree. It's kind of where we started. From that, we moved into systems that would deliver our customers' data closer to their customers. So we built email systems and loyalty systems. For instance, last year we sent 47 billion emails, and we manage over 500 million membership records for our customers. From that data and from our technology and our vendor relationships and partner relationships, we've begun to develop experiences that are richer and more real time with our clients. And that data and insights that we have also drives our creative process.
All right, so you mentioned data being at the core of these richer experiences. So I have two questions there. Number one, what do you mean data is at the core? And then number two, what is a richer experience?
For first, we have 1.7 billion records that have a great deal of attributes on a lot of our customers. So that's what they buy, when they buy it, how they buy it. And we take that and we're able to match that with our customer data. So our clients then give us their data, and we create these really rich profiles. So we have a deep understanding of who you are as an individual and what your motivations are. Now that, of course, does a great deal from a creative standpoint to allow us to imbue real feeling and emotion in real engaging experiences based on really intimate knowledge of who you are, to sort of move that needle on where you are in that funnel or continuum. On top of that, we're experts in operationalize that data, some of it offline, into an online space. So then we can take that and find out where you are in the digital space and have that meaningful relationship with you, because we have 258 million device IDs that allow us to kind of figure out where you are in space, who you are, and then we can kind of pull out that right conversation at that right time. So it really becomes this real sweet spot, I think, on you getting the kind of the message that you're looking for, which we all know is what our customers are really wanting to have.
So I know Epsilon has been talking about marketing as a service.
Yes.
How do you guys think about that? What does that mean for you guys?
So that was really derived from that our goal, really, which is data-driven creative that is then used to have real-time relevant conversations with our customers, kind of where they are in space, right? So in order to do that, we realized that we really needed three things. We really needed predictability, right? We needed velocity, especially in the publishing side of things. And we also needed scale, all right? From a predictability standpoint, we needed processes that allowed our clients to do things in a repeatable way, which an expected set of results, right? In order to do that, you need some scale. So we needed teams that could efficiently scale up to sort of meet that demand or that need. And then we needed to make sure that we had the right tools, to achieve content velocity or publishing velocity, to make sure that message was easy to sort of create. All right, so once we had that, we went into a client, we basically spent some time with them figuring out what they had from that tool set standpoint, and then really how their organization utilized those tools. Oftentimes organizations buy tools and then try to map them to their processes.
Right.
We're a big fan of you bought this tool, you should probably remap your people to maximize the efficiency of the tool that you bought. So once we take that and kind of get that plan, and there's some time discussing that with our clients and coming out with the right way of working, we then take it and we really sort of try to abstract that into a single interface that a marketer or a creative person can use to drive a campaign through the process, right up to publishing on a chosen channel, all right? To do that, and really and let me give you some context. So what that really allows is, so a marketer now is in the driver's seat from the campaign process.
Right.
They're no longer relying on all these different pockets of experts to kind of push something together. They're actually moving that campaign through these guidelines that have been set up for them. They have the right data, they have the right information, they have the right connections in order to affect that change. From a creative standpoint, a creative at this point is really spending their time being creative. They're not hunting for assets, they're not trying to understand what the spec is for this particular thing, what audience are they talking to, where do I put the file? All of that stuff is sort of gone. And the coolest part is the IT team now at this point has sort of, they're more managing the overall marketing operations, right? They're not in the day-to-day anymore.
Right.
So they could be forward thinking. They could advance technology. They can use different tools. They can really start to move the organization forward.
Right.
What Epsilon does is it stays on the backside of that and make sure that we manage that process for them, right? If they need experts, we can step in. If they need additional creative talent, we can step in. If they need us to iterate, 55 versions of a creative piece, we have a content as a service team that'll actually do that for them, right? And then we also can use our scale, both in email, media with our Conversant, or even loyalty to really kind of then start to shift that conversation.
Wow. So, I mean, I hear you talking about this, and it sounds very much like the work you're doing is spanning all of Adobe's cloud solutions.
Yep, all three.
So, excellent. So, what's the future of your marketing as a service solution?
Well, really, I want to spend a few seconds talking about how we use this three-crowd approach.
Please,
really,
yes.
because honestly, Adobe makes it super easy because out of the box, the tools have a great deal of interconnectivity. They're already sort of working together, right? And you're driving your product roadmap towards that end. So for us, in a lot of ways, to manifest this in the Adobe Cloud, it's really just an extension of your existing functionality.
Right.
So we haven't rewritten anything. We've taken AEM pretty much out of the box, project in particular, and we've configured it, and then slightly extended it to respect your SDLC. It's not going to break an upgrade.
Right.
And then we've created this system that allows you, a marketer comes in and creates a creative brief, it gets pushed over to a creative person, they're actually working it through, they've got the assets, they know where to put it, they're actually working through approval, they're publishing these fragments, and then at that point the marketer has already determined what experiences they want, so these fragments are then dynamically created to match not only just the channel, but the audience, and that's then published using your own tools, AMO, campaign, out into the wild of the internet, if you will, all through this one single contained system. And during this whole thing, it's now IT governed, it's not IT managed. So at this point, there's no more, all templates, components, all of that stuff is managed by IT behind the scenes. Right? There's no more email, there's no more Jira, you're not sending by Excel spreadsheets back and forth. All of that has sort of been basically orchestrated and abstracted within projects, using AEM projects.
Wow, that's incredible. So where does this go next?
Next is really, the next part for us is understanding where the advertising cloud's going a little bit. I mean, we're well positioned that with the AMO and the AEM integration. Probably really from that extending is really programmatic video and television, because I know that you guys are sort of pushing in that direction, so we're sort of playing in that space as well. And then like anything, it's really kind of, getting machine learning and artificial intelligence to really be a big part of this orchestration, because once these campaigns are in, they're never really done. You can go back and sort of massage them, like you can find an anomaly in analytics, push that into a new audience, redirect some of your creative. But at the same point, if we can automate that process through machine learning, then, from a velocity standpoint, I mean, your campaigns are changing real time, and you're just sort of watching
and that's where everyone's wanting to go.
Absolutely.
Well, that's fantastic. So where can our audience go to learn more?
So they actually can, they can contact either myself, michael.page@epsilon.com, or they can actually hit our site at dx.epsilon.com as well, or www.epsilon.com to find out a little bit more.
Perfect. Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Very much appreciated. I'm Eric Anderson with Adobe, and please stay tuned for more interviews with experienced business experts. Thank you.